Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Minute, a daily podcast in which we smash apart the films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe into 1-minute chunks so we can analyze them in scrupulous detail. I'm Kyle Olson from the Road to Infinity podcast.
Hey, and I'm Rob Cabasco, and of the 5 crazy glue incidents I've had in my life, 3 of which we cannot talk about.
Okay.
I mean, everybody's had a crazy glue incident in your life. Like, you didn't understand. You were a kid. You were trying to fix something.
Sure.
You didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
And you got too much on your hands, and then your fingers stuck together.
Suddenly, yeah.
And then you got really worried because you're like, well, this is not good. And you didn't want to.
Forever.
And it's not like sticking your tongue to a frozen, metal pipe outside.
Yeah.
Like, never mind. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, crazy glue.
That's right. So, all right. So we pick up where we left off last time, which is Bruce had just found the blood. The one drop
Cleaned
of blood.
the blood.
Cleaned the blood off.
Not well done, but he cleaned it.
It was just a cloth. What was he reaching for in his pocket? Well, it turns out it was a little tub of super glue. Do you have any interesting information about super glue?
Super glue. So what is super glue? If you ever use super glue, it sticks immediately. It is a cyanoacrylate adhesive. What does that mean? It just means that it doesn't have something you mix with it, like an epoxy, to activate.
Sure.
It can just activate instantaneously once it reaches air. There are medical cyanoacrylate adhesives that are designed specifically for use in medical situations.
Okay.
They're surgical glues, less toxic than the version that you keep in your toolbox or that you buy at Target or Walmart. The benefits for this is it dries fast, stops the bleeding, stays in place, keeps the cut clean, and usually by the time those wear off, it's healed. So it is really kind of, it has a lot of great purposes in the medical profession.
So non-toxic.
Not exactly.
Get into a wound and it's
well,
fine.
now that's the medical. That's the medical versions.
Ah, okay. So regular super glue.
Your regular super glue
is going to have some.
Is going to have some toxicity. Is it going to kill you? No. Is it going to make you sick? Probably not.
Is it going to burn?
It's going to burn. Should you use it? In an emergency, yes, but here are the things you should not use it. Consider this your public service announcement for crazy glue.
Do not do what Bruce Banner did.
Right. Well, now he had just a little. That was actually probably was a good use because it kept it. You're trying to keep it clean. You're trying to stop the bleeding.
Yes.
Clearly, so you want to do that. But for deep wounds, jagged wounds, puncture wounds, animal bites and burns on the eyes, lips, or genitals, which is specifically what most medical authorities will tell you.
Okay.
Do not put super glue. Do not put super glue under any circumstances, and also your joint areas, things that have to have to move your forehead, things like that.
Yeah.
In an emergency, then yes, this is fine, but you'll absolutely want to take care of it with the appropriate medical resources or see medical help.
That's right. So if you get wounded, remember, you are not the Hulk.
Don't. If you're working in a Brazilian bottling plant and you suffer from gamma radiation sickness, do what you got to do. Yeah. Nobody's gonna complain.
Yeah, I suppose. So then he then tells them to restart the line, and again, and a great non-vocal performance. John Marvallo, we talked about last time, as the plant manager, he's great.
Yes,
he just does like sort of this rolled eyes of like, okay, like I don't know what your deal is, but sure, fine, great.
But hits the mark.
Yeah.
Does exactly what you need that character to do, and you're like, well done, my friend. All right, see you never. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like it's so much character in this thing, and off it goes. So the line starts again. But it turns out, remember when the drop was falling, it split into two?
There were 2 drops.
There were 2 drops of blood. And the second drop has fallen into the mouth of a bottle. And Bruce missed
Which
it.
we can see clearly.
Yeah.
He could not. I assume it was a few feet to the left.
Because as we see the bottles are jangling together, that it probably moved along the way. So as it goes through it and the blood falls into it, and then we get to see. So now we get to find out what it is that they make. Well, actually, this is a drink called Pingo Doce. It translates from the Portuguese to sweet drop. And say you actually found out this is a real beverage?
Oh no, it's
is that
this is
great.
I
thought it was
this is great.
An invention
so it's sweet drop. It's kind of like what I would assume like a Mountain Dew like sort of drink.
Yeah.
But today,
Pingo
Doce, it's actually a supermarket company that is in Portugal, and they have like about 400 stores and 34 restaurants. They are a thing.
Big chain. Wow.
They're an entity.
They're the Trader Joe's of Portugal.
Yes. So they're all the way from 1980. They've been around.
Because this was okay. So this as a beverage is a totally manufactured MCU thing.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
And so in doing the research, somebody had posted online like, oh yeah, there's a Pingo Doce poster in Ant-Man. I was like, there is? Like, so I went and watched Ant-Man again, at least the start of it. And there's a if you search for this online, you'll find it. There is a shot of Paul Rudd walking along, and there's a behind it. But it turns out it's not actually in the movie. All those shots are from paparazzi. Like, basically, they did it. They actually created the poster, and they had him walking down, and they didn't use the shot in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so like that poor graphic designer, I don't know who you were out there, the graphic designer for Ant-Man, who designed that poster of Pingo Doce as a callback to the Incredible Hulk, his work was never actually seen on screen. Because I figured out exactly where it was in Ant-Man movie, because it's after he gets fired from, I know we're looking into the future here, you're tuned in for the Incredible Hulk, and we're going to give you a little tidbit on Ant-Man for like, we'll be talking, this is like 2025.
Sure, exactly.
In the scene, after he gets fired from Baskin Robbins, and he walks to meet Miguel at his apartment, he's walking along, and on the street, that's where it is. But I watched the scene, I can see clearly there was probably just one shot, a different angle as he's going by that they did, because he's in the exact same outfit. He's carrying the black leather backpack over there. It's in that exact.
You know what? Here's what I hope happened. I hope that some graphic designer did that. They shot it, and they said, "Wait a minute. How could that drink still exist after the great Pingo Doce incident
that's going to happen,
of 2008?
Yeah, that's going to happen and
we'll get to that. We'll get to a future episode, right? So, maybe there's a reason why they're like, we can't have that in there.
Yeah. I thought that was fun. So you can see that shot is out there. You can see it online.
Now, okay, so as you're seeing these bottles, filled with the beverage, and it's a really, I mean, if you've ever seen the intro to Laverne and Shirley, you're like, I've seen this before, right? So
gonna do it.
Yeah. So, and look that up, please.
Yeah.
If you're like, what did we just mention?
Exactly.
Say Laverne and Shirley intro, please Google that. So,
Shaville.
but you see it, and they do very specifically. You see in a gross manner.
Oh yeah,
the blood sort of exists in the bottle. It hasn't turned. And this is clear. This is intentional. It's not just, I think, for the audience. It's to show no, this isn't something that's just going to dissolve into the beverage.
Yeah,
this is his blood is a thing.
Yeah. So I guess we're better to get super nerdy about this stuff. So when Peter David was writing the Hulk, he said he thinks of the Hulk as a form of cancer, that it is an uncontrolled cellular growth of the thing. And so that's why the healing factor that the Hulk has basically is that. So like he gets cut with Wolverine's claws, and it just puts itself back together again. So it's rapid cellular advancement every single time that he does it, and then it's a decompression. So in this kind of thing, if you lopped off a limb, then would it grow another Hulk? I mean, that's the kind of thing. So this blood is like repairing itself, I would think. That's the kind of thing that, like you're saying, it's not just a drop that just goes away. Like it is a living, like the blood is a living thing, essentially. Like a very small, it's still alive over the course of this time.
Maybe not necessarily sentient, but it's trying to stay alive.
Yes,
it's trying to stay a thing.
Yes, right. Yeah. So it's adapting. So then we see the bottle gets put away, and then we see it get wrapped up, and it's sent to Carga Espresso. I checked this up. This is a made up company. There are things that are very simpler, but this is another Marvel cinematic company that doesn't exist anywhere.
There's no Cargo Express.
There's Cargo Espresso, and there's Carga Express. But there is no Carga Espresso.
Oh, nice.
So, you get close enough to it. And we see this going to the United States of America.
Wait, it's coming to the United States?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You guys. I mean,
of all the places.
We are happy to take your sugarcane infused beverages,
yes.
But we have to draw the line at gamma radiated sweet drops.
Yeah. Keep those to yourself. Yeah, so obviously it's on its way there, and trouble's a brewing.
There we go.
And meanwhile, trouble's a brewing here, because it's lunchtime. Everything's going to be great. Like they blow the whistle, everybody's going out for lunch.
We've averted disaster. Take a break.
Exactly. It's like his wound is all healed up. He's covered by, I think the drink is on its way. But as they're going now, he sees that Martina is being harassed by tough guy leader, and who, as Rob noticed, is wearing...
He's got a tank top on.
Tank top.
It is clearly not the same color tank top that he had in the scene earlier in the locker room.
Right.
In the locker room, it's kind of like a light blue.
Yeah, in minute 6, it's like a teal. And now here it is at minute 9, and suddenly now it's red.
Red. Right, it's a red tank top.
Yeah.
So either one of two things. Just whoever the prop master was or the wardrobe person. Hey, people. Right, I mean, obviously these scenes were not necessarily shot on the same day.
No.
But...
Or intended to be the same day.
Or that's the other issue. Maybe this is not even... You're seeing a confluence of scenes that are not meant to show you a typical day in the life of Bruce Banner.
Yeah, and so also... But can I offer you a third theory?
Uh-oh.
Perhaps he's a tank top aficionado.
Oh.
And throughout the day, it's like... You like the teal? Check out the red.
My lunchtime tank top.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
lunchtime tank top. Yeah, right. It's like
well, you notice...
Or perhaps he's going to eat something very messy, and so he turned to red so it might blend in.
Might I add, if you notice that it is the same color of shirt that Martina is wearing under her overalls.
Complementary colors.
So maybe this was hey, here's my pickup line. We obviously like the same color shirt.
Are you wearing a red tank top? I am wearing a red tank top. Perhaps we can go and talk about tank tops someday.
Clearly, Martina, she does not want to be accosted by this guy.
No,
she
clearly
does not.
not. She is the negative body language, dude. Learn to read the women.
She doesn't want this.
She's not into this.
So she's not into this. She gazes longingly at our hero.
Yes. Bruce, he turns and looks away. Serious, something terrible is happening.
He sees this. It's all happening. She's looking at him.
All he's thinking about is lunch right now. He just wants to go and have lunch.
But he's the hero, and what does he do?
Nothing.
Puts his head down and walks away. You son of a...
Oh, Bruce Banner, famous for walking away.
And this is literally where the minute ends, which is awesome because you're like, okay, that's it. Well, I can't help
He's like, well, can't get involved in that.
Because, I mean, I'm scared.
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm hungry. Walk away. And then the Lonely Man theme starts playing.
Do you know that I have a 146 beat minute limit on my heart?
That's right. He's
can't.
He hasn't checked. He hasn't checked to see what his beat is at that point. But yeah, turns and walks away, and that's where the minute ends.
That's
Bruce
literally
refusing to help this woman from tough guy leader being harassing her. Ugh. Disgusting, Bruce.
Come on. Well, now
sad,
you gotta.
Sad.
I mean, because that's not where the story ends.
No, it can't be where the story ends.
There'll be more in minute 10. Will something change?
I hope that things get better in minute 10.
We'll see.
We'll find out next time in minute 10. Thank you all for listening. Are you interested in wearing some Marvel Movie Minute or the next reel clothing? Something with our logo
merch?
on it?
Wait, there's merch.
There is merch. Maybe even a mug, perhaps. Well, we have those things. You can find what you're looking for at our online store. Go to thenextreel.com/merch. And you can find all sorts of stuff. I don't know if there's anything with our faces on it. If there is, I apologize. But logos. If you love logos, we got the stuff for you.
Wait, no, here's the deal. If you have a mug collection,
yes,
there's one way you definitely want to dive into this.
Sure.
But if you like being the topic of conversation in your workplace,
I like that.
This is the mug or shirt you want to be wearing on a casual Friday, and everyone goes, "What is that?
What's the Marvel Movie Minute?" And then you can tell
and
them.
Then you talk to them about it, and it's not just to promote us because it's not about us. It's about the love of Marvel movies.
We're bringing people together
by the minute.
That's right. Every minute we're bringing more people together. So I hope you had a smashing good time listening to us today. Until next time, true believers.
Bye.